Welcome back to Powered by Isaac, the trading YouTube channel I'll be using to document the journey over the next couple of years. Trading specific, mixed with a sprinkle of other things, but mostly I'll be focusing on sharing the road to 1 million in prop firm funding, using £100,000 challenges each time. I've currently started with the funded engineer. However, after passing phase one of the £100,000 challenge, of my first £100,000 challenge as well, they then had issues with regards to dashboard and meta quotes, etc. So I'm still waiting 2 weeks later for my dashboard login details and account credentials, so I can get back to trading that specific account. And I'm going to be using that account, linking it up with TradeZella to journal the trades, the P&L, and share that with yourselves, and obviously give you an insight into how TradeZella works. I'm pretty new to TradeZella myself, so and I haven't really had much of a chance to use it as I passed the phase one, and what I did do in the first attempt was I did something wrong along the lines where it didn't connect up and didn't record every single trade. So I was planning on improving on that and getting a better understanding of it with phase two, but obviously the brakes have been on as I'm still waiting for the funded engineer to get back and get all, which is supposed to be the beginning of this week coming. So hopefully the beginning of March I'll be able to trade this account. I'm hoping. If they do send it sometime in the beginning of this week, probably wait and see what the news situation is for the rest of the week, which is what I normally do on a Sunday anyway, and then plan my week out trading wise from there on. But yeah, I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown of what trades I've taken this week on my personal accounts and my other funded accounts, etc. Another slow week for me. I happened to miss a couple of trades again. Yeah, so a couple of good winners I missed. But yeah, I will go into give you a bit of a trade breakdown, see what you think compared to what trades you've taken. Hope you've all had a good week. It's the last week of the month this week, so I'm expecting some sort of volatility to come in to the markets, and then obviously the following week we will have the NFP news week, so I won't be trading much the following week. So let's get into some chart work. Let's flick through the chart and show you what we've taken this week. So then, starting off the week with US dollar Swissy franc, which is a pair I do like to trade. So this is a previous analysis from the week before. We had all this bullish momentum up into this level 3 peak formation type area, and we've seen a beautiful multi-day, multi-session pattern play out and a trap and break close. Obviously this is all BTMM definition, and I'm not here to try and explain how I trade or what the BTMM method is. It took me years to understand, but I'm here to use this channel to share my analysis, the trades taken, and hold myself accountable by explaining my reasoning for taking these trades. But yeah, it's a beautiful trap and break. That would be an entry there if I was looking to trade that level 3. He came into the London session, then the following day and just gave a straight away, just rolled over, got out of there, reached these previous areas of trapped volume, and broke below the 08,000, I think. Yeah, 08,000 number. People would have sold the break of this, and obviously it's trapped those sellers in this choppy momentum for a couple of days. But Monday came, and I sort of never ever trade the London Open, very rarely, unless it's a very clean setup. And I happen to like this. It's what we look for is a 1 hour 50 bounce on the 1 hour, which is the bouncing of this. But if you dial into the 15, this is where it was a pretty trade. It was something we call a London pattern incorporating the 200 EMA. So I closed on the shift candle, which to me represents a shift in price It was one leg out the band on the TDI and one leg in the band. The shift candle was beautiful. I think my stop at the time was 13 pips. I was going for 26 pips originally, but as price closed back above, so I was going for a 2-to-1. As price closed back above the EMAs here, I closed out the trade and didn't enter again. So that was a small loss. My stop loss was above the shift candle, the second leg, above the Asian range, but I never let it get back that far. I closed it out. I think it was about 600 quid loss there. Later on in that week, it came back to give me a similar opportunity, which is the Wednesday. It did the move on Tuesday. It did another beautiful London pattern, apart from I didn't like the first leg. The first leg was inside the band on the TDI, and it was a bit of an extended push here, so I didn't like the setup itself. However, the entry would have been there, the stop would have been above, and we would have eventually got, maybe we wouldn't have got 2-to-1 if we'd have closed above, depending on if we moved the stop to break even. But yeah, the following day it came back and gave me another London pattern, incorporating the 200 EMA again. It was a trap and close. I took this because I took it on the 15-minute previously. I took this on the 1 hour. So if I roll into the 1 hour, so I took the rolling move. So the wicks up to this 50 EMA. It was 50% of the Asian range as well, and it was incorporating this weekly open, this grey slash line. So once it closed, trapped that and closed below. I got in here with, I think it was 11 pips or 12 pips stop, and I was going for a 1-to-1, I think. No, I was going for a 2-to-1, sorry. I was going for 20 pips it was 10 pip stop, and it was 20 pips at the yesterday's previous low. But as price came down and stumbled and didn't have the momentum to break through this 800 EMA or the previous day's low, I closed this trade out with a small gain. However, when I get back the funded engineer account, I will drag the I'll drag and drop on the price action onto the charts. I'm taking these on different accounts instead of a keeper saving account, so I'm just showing it on a demo account. So later on that week, I took some trades in GF. So that's the pound Swiss franc. This one here. Let's have a look out. Let's have a look at what I was looking for. So for me, at this time, I hadn't incorporated this or called this a reset in price for price to continue long, which match up with the higher time frames. So I was looking for shorts within here. Thought this was a level 1, a non-cross safety type trade, and I took this trade. Oh, it's a bit zoomed out. Let's zoom in. So the first trade I took was on the shift candle that shifted through the 13, the 50, and the 200 EMA, and I placed the entry there with the stop above. I think again it was 11 pips, and I was going for 21 pips. However, price, this day open price line and the 00 figure here, which is the 11100, traps, and a big shift candle closed back above, which forced me to close the trade out for a small scratch, not a very big loss, which is a scratch or a break even. The next day I took this one again on the hour. So as I said before, normally when I take a 50-minute London pattern it fails, I will then dial into the 1 hour chart to look for the next move, and I'm always looking for some type of induced trap shift type behaviour. This is a big induced candle, rolls over, it gives me this shift of price, which is, to me, is a beautiful bit of price action, but it never had the momentum to continue on. I had a 18 pip stop, and I was looking for 36 pips in return, which was down at the previous week open, or this week open, sorry. Price obviously couldn't break the 00 figure again. It was late in the day. It came back. As it came back and closed, I was out again, a small scratch. So not a very profitable week with those trades. The other trades I took was EJ and GJ. Both pairs I frequently trade. A lot of these pairs on the bottom here I don't really trade. They're just open to watch and to mark charts and to watch the price action, look for clean setups and record data, etc. But this trade, these weeks have been, obviously the trend is up, so I assumed that this harmonic here was the end of the bullish momentum, and there's quite a nice bit of shifting induced trap shift behaviour here. But this is now what we would call a reset price action. Came back to test this previous trap volume here, and it's continued on the way up. But at the time I was previously looking at this as a big level 1, so I was still looking shorts, and I took this short trade, which again is something I like the look of. It was on the 15-minute. It was the London pattern. You had this first leg outside the band, second leg inside the band. You had divergence clear as day, which is always a good sign for me. Something I'm looking for within the TDI and on the current price action on the charts. If one is going up and the other is going down, that's what we call divergence. So the entry again, the entry was on the 15-minute pullback to the EMA on this candle, and my stop was 25 pips, I think. But this one came back and took me out at my stop. So that was a full 0.5% loss. This is the trade, however, I missed on the 1 hour. As I said, once a 15-minute, I'm looking for a 1 hour, but I still wasn't convinced, because price was still, we'd had this sort of inducement long and then trapping sort of behaviour, quickly getting out there. I still thought we would potentially be looking short. However, looking back at this now in hindsight, it was a wonderful trade long, and it's one that I've missed. It's called a static 50 bounce. So if I'd have classed this as a reset and was looking for the bullish momentum to continue, this would have been the entry, and obviously that was a beautiful trade. However, that is a missed trade that I've documented for myself. To question this was, I think this was one of the problems for me as well, is I look at this as a London pattern, or I seen it as a London pattern, and I liked the first leg being outside the band. I was looking for the second leg, although it's still within the rules, as long as there's 4 candles, as long as there's no more than 4 candles above the first leg, and you've got this trapping action. That is a London pattern. However, that candle wasn't really a decent enough shift candle. That candle trapped the 13 and the 50 EMA, and this candle trapped the 50 EMA and the day open price and the Asian range 50. I know that's it's a lot for me to try and explain, but yeah, with regards to that, it put me off entering the short, and obviously then this beautiful consolidation and wicking type behaviour below the Asian range here and this previous low would have been an indication for longs. You had this, the one leg out the bands, the one leg in the band, or two, this hold as one leg. The close above the market baseline and the static. An entry anywhere around here would have been beautiful. You'd have been off to the races. But yeah, that's one documented for me as being missed. Yeah. Not the missed, what did I put it down as? An incorrect analysis, but yeah. And then finally for the week, to bring me back just around the break-even scratch mark, this was the trade I was looking for on EJ. It's in this bullish momentum. I was looking for, this is the reset here with regards to another 3 levels up. We had 3 times ADR from here to here, and 3 times ADR from here to here. It's 270 and 280, I think it was. So I was looking for more. I was more looking for price to come back and give us some interaction with the previous day's high, yesterday's high. I was looking for the second leg. This first leg was beautiful. It was at the TDI extremes. It was outside the band. It was giving me all the. It was opening up the Bollinger Bands. It was giving me all the reasons to look for a short. Excuse me. So then, yeah, the previous day, this is the nadir. I was looking for some sort of price shift outside of this nadir after the entry. The second leg close was a nice trap of the market baseline. Closed below the market baseline and the 13, the signal line. So we dialed in on the 15, which was a beautiful divergence. Giving me that to look at here, and that there on the TDI. I seen the first leg was outside the band, the second leg was inside the band, more of a third leg with the divergence. The close and the shift below the EMAs was the entry signal. My stop loss was outside the high, 22 pips. I was looking for 42. Obviously, price then came and give us the. They didn't give me the full. They didn't give me the full 30. I closed back above here with enough of a gain to bring me around the break-even mark for the week. So, not exactly the last couple of weeks I'd be looking for. I'm fortunate in the way I haven't had the funded engineer account, as I would have taken all of these trades on that. And obviously I wouldn't have been any further along in the challenge. I'm hoping that this week when it comes back there's a bit more volatility. Price decides. There's volatility there, but it's not giving me the full runs. I'm looking for 2-to-1s and I'm getting more like 1-to-1s or 1.5-to-1s, and then I'm killing the trade on the close back above, or the trap inside action on the bottom. So yeah, that's my week. That was my week complete. The Friday afternoon was a decent Friday. That was the previous week's harmonic long that I've documented. But yeah, I hope everyone else had a good week, profitable week. I'm looking forward to this week ahead. I've had an overview or look into the news this week, which isn't too bad. It's more, obviously the first is Friday. Sometimes you get NFP on that day, but it's the following week. So I'll be looking for some nice level 1 trades this week. There's plenty of potential and setup opportunities, it seems, happening for me. I'm hoping that they'll return to the 2-to-1 sort of runs instead of these 1-to-1s. But yeah, I'll document the journey. I will record. I'm going to plan on doing these on Sunday and uploading the market breakdown, and then when I get a little bit further along and I get the funded engineer accounts back, I'll probably start doing one in the beginning of the week to do sort of market analysis of what I'm actually looking for that week, and yeah, preparing to set it up. But yeah, have a great week going forward. Hope this is beneficial for anybody or somebody out there that's looking for some BTMM analysis and some inspiration to look into trading. I'm hoping that growing this funding account £100,000 at a time will lead to £1 million in funding by the end of the year. So have a safe week, trade safe, speak soon.